Evening, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earthwatch, Wednesday, January 25, 2023, in our planet. Time for a daily brief. We have more than just a couple of areas to go through. I'm not going to bother mentioning deep earthquakes below Fiji, as they are a regular occurrence almost daily. Let's move on over to the deep earthquakes below Argentina yesterday, the deep 6.4s. Now, I stated the antipode on the opposite side of the planet will be this region here between mainland China and Taiwan. Now, the parameters for an antipode earthquake is that as the seismic energy travels through the center of the Earth, we'll talk about that later, it can be deflected by up to 30 degrees. This is the antipode response earlier on. It's a deep magnitude 5 earthquake at 535 kilometers below Bonin Islands. There is a reoccurring pattern here. On January 20, there was the deep 6.8 at the exact location here, Argentina. That was, and the antipode response was again Bonin Islands, deep earthquake, as well as Guam. However, I'm not saying that we should continue to ignore Taiwan. Mainland China, in fact, throughout Asia, we have an uptick in activity, including this spread of earthquakes here, magnitude 5.5 and lower. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth here, so let's go over to Los Angeles Basin, where we have a spread of earthquakes, magnitude 4.5 and lower, offshore. We normally do not have this activity here in the LA Basin. Now, this area is of volcanic in origin. I am not saying that this is the movement of magma. I'm simply stating that throughout the years of my observations, every once in a while, I do see heat indications in these areas. Another area, moving on, Cabo Verde. Exact same type of island group as the Canary Islands. We have a shallow 5.2 and a 5.3. We do not have that magnitude earthquakes in this area. So again, all volcanoes. We do have one heat indication on this island here, right here. So again, we're just littered with undersea mounts as well as surface mounts. Carrying on for earthquakes. One moment, please. Believe it or not, this is my daughter's computer. I'm going to be getting a new computer at the end of the month. So hopefully I will no longer have these issues. There we go. Off to the Mediterranean, we have a spread of earthquakes between Libya and Malta. This has been ongoing. And Eastern Med, we've had a couple of 5.9s with follow-up aftershocks. Now, this magnitude does not fit the parameters for an antipode response, but curious enough, it is the Coral Sea, where we had that buoy going into motion by itself. Three more areas. Java, Indonesia, and between all these volcanoes we have a magnitude 4, 236 kilometers. One lady in Indonesia actually asked me to research these volcanoes. I think now is the time to do it. Another notable earthquake, folks. Tambora, shallow, 2.9. We still do have heat indications within the last 24 hours right here. So 2.9 at 10 kilometers depth. Yes, 10 kilometers depth. One moment, please. Okay, so that was yesterday we had our heat. One more area. We have an increase in the movement of magma in under Hawaii. Let's check our tremors. So today's count is 316. Yesterday's was 317. Now, these are normal, or rather, a normal location. There's no need for any fear porn or any exaggeration. These is the clusters in Northern California outside of Redding. This is the cluster in Southwest Oregon outside of Medford. There will be a release of energy of these tremors here at the Mendocino Ridge. There will be a release of energy here at the Blanca Fracture Zone through small earthquakes. Again, no fear, predictable. This is the locations of slow slip events because of the Wanda Fuca plate subducting underneath North America, the Gorda plate, part of the Wanda Fuca, subducting underneath Northern California. Hence the vibrations, tremors. And that is, well, let's check our space weather here for a moment. So those annoying M-class flares have departed or are in the process of departing. Some more gaps in data here. So just gaps in the data here. I cannot see that anything major spiked up here, so who knows. That's it for now, folks. Anything drastic happens on our planet, you'll know where to hear it first. Have a swell evening.